I mean, and it wasn't. She had problems. Not anything contagious, but just problems that to do with her womb. I guess she obviously her womb wasn't feeling so good with him. He mentioned that he had withhold sex from her for a whole year. How's that possible? I'm sorry, you're in a relationship. And then he had told me she was unfaithful for, she was a bad lady, and I believed him. I was very faithful when I was with him. I've been very faithful. Not so much anymore. I realize that I don't think it's important to be faithful to someone that's completely doesn't even want to have sex or anything to do with you. I think I might have wasted 4 years with him. I'm glad for my baby I just had, but I just don't think it's necessary to always. The wind's blowing in the background. I think it might be moving my camera. Yeah, of course, my hand's getting tired of holding this. Yeah, so basically, I thought I thought any woman that would ever be unfaithful to their husband is just a terrible woman. She's a villain. Well, until I actually had 4 years of barely any intimacy. I mean, I don't know. I feel like he's being faithful, but I can't say for sure. I mean, somebody that doesn't have a sex drive, that's pretty, I'm sorry. I mean, they were very sexual, and all of a sudden, it's like they give you the best. It's like going to a buffet, a delicious buffet, and then now you got to eat like water. I mean, they really make you go cold turkey. It's pretty bad. It doesn't feel good. And so I thought she was a terrible person. Oh, she was so unfaithful, he said. And now I realize, my God, maybe she just needed to survive, for herself to. I mean, I know that to feel like a woman isn't always. Yeah, it does. I feel. It has affected me so bad. Like I thought, well, maybe I got to do this and that. Maybe I got to lose some weight. Maybe I got to gain some weight. I don't know. This guy's crazy. What does he want? And it's like, no. I was shaving my crotch hairs the other day, and I realized this is ridiculous. He never even looks at him. You know, he never even looks at me. So why would I even bother? You know, why? It's not about me. It's about him rejecting me and feeling real good about himself. Yeah, and I'm going to make a whole video on how he wants to keep me. He really wants to keep me. Our relationship, I have no idea. Well, I don't know why I wouldn't want to keep a relationship if I didn't really like the other person or wanted to even touch them. I think it's about because I've been faithful for so long. He basically knows that means no sex. Samantha doesn't have any sex. He can completely control my sexuality. I don't have a sexuality, basically. That's what it feels like. He's completely controlling it. He says he has our home phone tapped. So he's listening to my conversations. He says he's going to get someone to tell me what they're saying when I speak in English. Because I speak a few different languages. So he's going to figure out what I'm saying then. And, yeah, he wants to know everything I'm saying. I think that's a little crazy. That's when you need to get out of the relationship. Yeah, it's getting too much. I think it's all about him keeping me from sex completely. It's not about him. He's super jealous. But I'm thinking, jealous of what? Of me actually enjoying myself. Yeah. I'm going to make another video later on. I hope everybody realizes it's not your fault. You're not some ugly beast. If your man or woman chose you, then basically there's no reason for me to feel. I've always felt very healthy about my body. Even if I've gained weight or I lose weight, I can gain it and lose it real easy. But even when I was supposedly overweight, I always felt sexy. I always felt good about myself, and he makes me feel unattractive. it's hard to make me feel unattractive because I have such a healthy self-esteem. I love myself. But actually, when I'm around him, I feel unattractive. I don't want to feel unattractive and unloved. I feel sometimes so lonely that I get insomnia. I can't even sleep at night. Nobody should make you feel like crap. I think love is a privilege. It's a privilege to have a woman love you, a woman, your woman love you. Or a man. If it's going to be so hard to love somebody, like he's making it like a test. Like I have to go climb over a mountain, I got to do this and that, I always got to do something so that he can love me. Well, you know what I told him today? I'm always telling him. I says, I don't think this relationship is worth it. It's not. Why is it such a big deal? Like, why can't we just break up like normal people? No, he says. Or I also mentioned, this is a little controversial for him, I said, why don't we have an open marriage? Well, I would never be with two people at the same time, but since he doesn't want anything to do with me again, I said, let's have an open marriage. I don't care what you do. Let me date or something. I feel so lonely. And he says, no, I can't have that. I'd be so jealous. Okay, well then let's just, I'm gonna get a divorce. There's no way I can't do this. I don't want to feel lonely, unloved, and dumb because he's always telling me there's something else I have to be doing. And supposedly he's faithful, which is strange. Okay, we're only intimate maybe I'm gonna say this year we haven't been intimate. Wow. But last year, 2016, we were intimate 7 times. So basically, he told me he masturbated 6 times. I'm sorry, but there's a problem if you're masturbating almost as much as you're having sex. That just seems like that's too much. You leave your woman love-starved, and he's bopping his baloney, and he's like, ha, Samantha wants this. I ain't going to give it to her. Once we were in a fight, and he said to me, as if it was a candy that I wanted, he says, I ain't giving you none. I ain't giving you this. Yeah, well, a lot of people are love-starved, and you deserve to be loved. Don't stay where somebody's telling you are. Sometimes he'll say very rude things. He'll say, you're a cow. You're a pig. He likes to talk about farm animals when he's degrading me. I'm sorry, but I don't even hate pigs or cows. I'm gonna just let him go. I loved him. I loved him a lot. I felt that's what hurt me the most is because I wanted to make love. When you love somebody, it's just it's the funnest, beautifulest thing to be with them. There's nothing wrong with that. He made me feel like a criminal for wanting to just be intimate with him. Or even I actually said to him, I have money. He works for himself. He's a workaholic. I said, I'll pay your day. Just hang out with me. And he couldn't even do that. And this was Christmas. I mean, there's something wrong with this guy. It was Valentine's. Oh, I should do the whole video on the Valentine's Day. It was terrible. Oh my gosh. He left me completely alone on Valentine's. For 2 days before Valentine's, he kept saying there's going to be so much sex. Oh my God. And I says, well, just hug me today. I feel love-starved. Just hug me. Nope, he couldn't do that because he kept talking about how much sex we're going to be having. Comes Valentine's Day, he takes off to work. But he came back every half an hour. Driving around, my son said he kept seeing, Daddy, it's driving around and checking on the house. Because it was Valentine's Day, he didn't want me going out and having an adult conversation with somebody or enjoying myself. So that was a terrible Valentine's Day. I wish him, actually I don't wish him love, all the love in the world, that would scare him. I wish to release him. in the safest way possible. I hope I'm going to do an update on all the steps I've been taking, and it gets crazier by the day with this guy. I feel very proud of the people that are narc free. I don't know how long everyone's going to be narc free, because then you can meet. It's not about being completely narc free. It's about when you find out somebody's a narc, even if you've invested a lot, just say goodbye, even if you're going to lose a lot. That's kind of why I stayed. I dated him for a whole year. It was a perfect gentleman. And then right when I moved in, he was really mean. And I didn't want to leave because I had invested way too much, according to me. You can't just leave. It doesn't matter how much time you've invested in a relationship. As soon as you find out someone's nutso, you just leave, because they can pretend to be nice for a long time. It's actually starting to get dark out here. I don't think I'm going to make another video till tomorrow, because this camera doesn't film good at night. Take care, everybody. I can just be nothing but honest. If that's a good thing or a bad thing, it's just me. I don't really have anything that I want everybody to know, because it can be very painful to feel unattractive, and just because your spouse or your boyfriend tells you you are, and that there's always something that you need to do. I'm the same woman he fell in love with. If not, I feel like I love him. I loved him even more as the years went on. I'm gonna have to stop this because it's getting darker out here. Take care.